Hey guys, we're here with the Pendulum squat installed at the Empire Fitness Center last week, and we're going to go through how to optimally use it and set yourself up to avoid injury and obviously increase the efficiency of your sets. So we've got two loading points on the Pendulum squat, on the front and on the back. The purpose of the front one is to deload the machine and make it lighter. This is especially for beginners, people that are coming back from an injury, or when you're doing it towards the end of your training. Because pendulum squats, with their extremely long lever and high starting weight, even when there's no load on the machine, they can be pretty heavy and hard for beginners to go with. So that's why we allow a loader on the front where you put some weight to counterweight and actually help you assist to come up. If you're strong enough to do the machine like this, or even at weight, then you're going to load it on the back. So there's no point in loading both front and back, as you'll literally be deloading part what you have on the back when you load the front. A pendulum squat is designed in a way where we don't need a lot of ankle mobility to go through a big range of motion. The main muscle group that you'll train and target with this is the quads. Because of the angle of the platform towards the swing, we can actually put our feet in a low position where the knees travel far over the knees, creating a lot of range of motion on the knee joint while limiting the range of motion on the hip joint. This is going to bias the quads over the hamstrings and the glutes in any squat motion. So it's ideal to target the quads and train the quads. So when you get in, make sure that your lower back is pressed against the pads on the back, your shoulders are nicely against the pads, and your feet are in a comfortable position. When you move up, it's still racked, so you need to twist the handle backwards to unrack the machine from the safety harness. So when we're in a position that we like, and with a pendulum squat, a lot of people can put their feet pretty low on the platform, which will target the quads even more. When you go through the range of motion, let's say you pick this position, when you go through the range of motion but you notice that your heels roll off the platform, that's because you don't have enough ankle mobility to have that positioning. So in that case, you want to move the feet up a little bit until you notice when you're going through the range of motion that you keep your heels on the platform at all times. So when we're performing the exercise, depending on how wide you put your feet and where you point your toes, you always want to have your knees travel in the same direction your toes are pointing. So when you have your toes pointing slightly outwards, you want to have your knees travel slightly outwards as well, pointing in the same direction as your toes are. Otherwise, we'll create a lot of stress on the joints that we're training the knees and the hips. So when we're done, let's say this is our last rep, we're going down, and we're coming back up. When we're done, we want to rack it back, so we're twisting the handle forwards until we hear that metal clang. That means the hook is against and engaged on the holder, and then we go back until we actually feel the machine rack its weight on the holder. And that's it.